Landing in the spam folder can ruin an email marketing campaign before it even starts. Many senders wonder why their messages never reach people's inboxes and lose out on leads or important contacts. Email warm-up and verification are ways to help messages get delivered and avoid the spam filter. Warming up an email account means gradually increasing the number of emails sent over time. This lets email service providers see the new address as safe rather than suspicious. Combining this with proper verification of email lists can prevent bounces and improve sender reputation. Readers looking for tips on how to ensure email deliverability can find helpful advice and strategies that make a real difference. Understanding these steps can help anyone boost inbox placement and help messages reach the right people. Understanding email deliverability essentials. Email deliverability shows how likely messages are to reach the primary inbox instead of being sorted into the spam folder. Maximizing deliverability helps businesses communicate with subscribers and avoid common issues with spam filters or mailbox providers. How spam folders affect email campaigns. When emails land in the spam folder, subscribers are less likely to see or read them. This can lower open rates and make a campaign less effective. A high number of emails sent to spam can hurt the sender's reputation. Over time, this will make it harder to reach the inbox, even for future messages. Sudden changes in sending behavior, such as sending too many emails at once, often trigger spam filters. To avoid this, send messages regularly and not in large bursts. Monitoring bounced emails and complaints can also reduce the chances of getting marked as spam. Key factors influencing inbox placement. Inbox placement depends on several elements. One key factor is the quality of the email list. Keeping a list up to date by removing invalid or inactive addresses can help prevent deliverability problems. Engagement rates also play a significant role. Emails that get opened, read, or clicked on by subscribers signal to mailbox providers that these messages are wanted. Other factors include use of clear subject lines with no misleading words, avoiding large numbers of repeated or identical messages, keeping email content free of language that may seem suspicious to spam filters. Testing content and tracking metrics like open and bounce rates can spot issues before they damage email deliverability. The role of spam filters and mailbox providers. Spam filters check every incoming email for signs that it could be unwanted or harmful. They look at things like words used in the subject line, links included in the message, and past complaints. Mailbox providers use algorithms to decide if a message is safe for the inbox or should be sent to spam. If an email matches patterns linked to spam or has a poor track record with many users, it is more likely to be filtered out. Senders can maintain good standing by avoiding risky practices, using authentication methods like SPF and DKIM, and sending messages subscribers have agreed to receive. Keeping positive sending habits improves the chance that messages will avoid the spam folder and reach subscribers' primary inboxes. Email warm-up. Building sender reputation. Good email delivery starts with sender reputation, proper domain setup, and how the mailbox interacts with others. These factors decide if emails land in the inbox or get filtered out as spam. What is email warm-up? Email warm-up is the practice of slowly increasing the number of emails sent from a new mailbox. This helps the sender build a trustworthy history with internet service providers. Without warming up, sending a large number of emails from a new address often leads to messages being flagged as spam or blocked. The process usually begins by sending a few emails to different contacts. As messages are exchanged, the reputation grows. Over time, as positive engagement, such as replies or clicks, continues, the sender gains credibility. Different types of interactions, like opening emails or marking them as important, also help the process. A successful email warm-up depends on how well the sender monitors results and adapts to feedback. If emails get marked as spam, the sender needs to slow down the process. If engagement rates climb, the sender can gradually send more emails. This steady approach helps keep the sender's reputation strong and stable. IP warming and domain reputation. IP warming is similar to email warm-up, but it focuses on the sending server's address, also known as the IP address. When large email campaigns are sent from a new IP, deliverability can suffer without proper warming. Gradually increasing email volume allows the IP address to earn trust with mailbox providers. Domain reputation measures how trustworthy a domain appears over time. Poor practices like sending spam or frequent bounces hurt domain reputation. Consistent, positive mail activity strengthens reputation. A good domain and IP reputation make it more likely for emails to reach inboxes instead of junk folders. IP and domain reputation go hand in hand. If either one is poor, deliverability drops. Regular activity, low bounce rates, and positive responses will build up the standing of both. In addition, authentic records like DKIM and SPF can help providers identify legitimate senders. Gradual volume increase and engagement metrics. Raising the sending volume too quickly is a risk for any new sender. Email providers flag sudden spikes which may block or filter messages. The best process is to grow volume slowly, sometimes using daily or weekly schedules. This approach allows time for trust to develop. Engagement metrics play a significant role in sender reputation. Metrics include open rates, reply rates, click rates, spam complaints, unsubscribe rates. A mailbox with good open and reply rates appears more trustworthy, while high spam complaints lead to blocks. Watching these numbers lets senders understand how their emails are received. Making changes based on real engagement helps build a strong reputation and long-term deliverability. Consistent, positive interactions tell providers that messages are wanted and safe. Mastering email verification for clean lists. Accurate email addresses are necessary to reduce bounce rates and send messages to real people. Email verification and list cleanup both play important roles in achieving strong deliverability. Email verification process explained. Email verification helps filter out invalid addresses and keeps lists accurate. First, verification tools check if email addresses are formatted correctly. This catches simple mistakes like missing symbols or spelling errors. Next, they connect with mail servers to see if each address really exists. They do not send an email, but check for a live response. If the address is fake or not in use, it gets flagged or removed. These tools also look for risky addresses, such as those that could cause spam complaints or come from public or temporary domains. Good verification reduces errors before any email is sent. By following these steps, anyone can use the email verification process to focus only on real contacts. Reducing hard and soft bounces. A clean list leads to fewer bounces. Bounces happen when a message cannot be delivered. There are two main types. Hard bounces mean the address is invalid or does not exist. Soft bounces usually mean the recipient's inbox is full, there is a temporary server issue, or the message is too large. Keeping bounce rates low is vital because mailbox providers pay attention. If there are too many hard bounces, they might block future emails or move them to spam. Removing addresses that show repeated soft bounces helps lower the bounce rate over time. To keep bounce rates low, it is best to check lists often and clean out risky addresses. Paying attention to bounce reports from email platforms helps spot trends and act quickly. Maintaining clean email lists. Maintaining a list means checking it on a regular schedule. Lists with unused, old, or fake addresses can quickly lead to delivery problems. An easy way to stay organized is to verify addresses before adding them to the main mailing list. Best practices for a clean email list include verifying new signups right away, removing users who have not engaged for a long time, deleting addresses that bounce more than once, using re-engagement campaigns to confirm who still wants to receive emails. Sticking to this routine keeps lists clean, helps avoid the spam folder, and increases the chances that messages reach the inbox. A clean list is an active list, which keeps campaigns more successful and bounce rates lower. Email authentication and compliance. Protecting your deliverability, bad email authentication, or ignoring compliance rules can make it more likely that an email will go to spam or get blocked. Using the correct authentication methods and following the law, like the CAN-SPAM Act, helps mail reach the inbox and builds trust with recipients. Importance of SPF, DKIM, and DMARC. Sender Policy Framework, PF, Domain Keys Identified Mail, DKIM, and Domain-Based Message Authentication, Reporting, and Conformance, DMARC. Help protect against email spoofing and phishing. SPF lets a domain owner specify which servers can send emails for that domain. If an email comes from a server not on the list, the receiving server may flag it as suspicious. DKIM adds a digital signature to outgoing emails. This lets the receiver check if the message was sent from the claimed domain and that the content was not altered. DMARC uses SPF and DKIM results to provide instructions on handling emails that fail authentication. Domain owners can choose to quarantine, reject, or allow those emails, adding an extra layer of security. Setting up these methods helps deliver legitimate mail to inboxes and lowers the chance of being seen as spam. Domain authentication best practices. Proper domain authentication starts with checking that SPF, DKIM, and DMARC are set up for each sending domain. Each record should be tested after setup to confirm the configuration is working. For SPF, list all valid mail servers and keep them updated if the sending method changes. DKIM keys should be kept strong. It's helpful to rotate DKIM keys every once in a while for added security. DMARC policies should be reviewed and adjusted based on mail flow and security needs. For new domains, start with a monitoring-only DMARC policy, then move to more strict actions after everything works as expected. Online tools to check authentication records can catch typos or missing information before sending real campaigns. Complying with the CAN-SPAM Act. The CAN-SPAM Act outlines rules for sending commercial emails in the United States. These rules protect recipients from unwanted messages and require senders to be clear about who they are. To follow the CAN-SPAM Act, include these steps in every email campaign. Use an honest and accurate from, name, and subject line. Provide a valid physical postal address in each message. Make it easy for recipients to unsubscribe and honor opt-out requests quickly. Avoid deceptive headlines or misleading content. Reviewing campaigns for these points reduces the risk of penalties or complaints from recipients. Clarifying sender information and respecting requests to leave a list can help keep sender reputations and open rates strong. Optimizing email content and engagement. Getting emails opened and acted on starts with quality content and strong engagement practices. Readers respond better to clear, useful messages and a smooth email experience, which also helps keep newsletters and campaigns out of the spam folder. Crafting relevant and compliant email copy. Email copy should speak directly to the audience's needs. Messages that address actual interests or problems will earn more responses and fewer spam reports. Always use correct grammar and simple language, making emails easy to read. Using a clear greeting and concise sentences helps readers follow your point. Include honest information about the sender. Privacy rules often require emails to have the sender's address and not mislead the recipient. Compliant messages should never hide who sent them. The sender's name, business address, and contact details must appear in every newsletter or campaign. Clear, direct content builds trust and keeps email outreach on the right side of email regulations. Avoiding spam, words, and triggers. Certain words and phrases are often flagged by spam filters. Common spam words include free, guaranteed, act now, urgent, or limited time offer. Too many exclamation points, using all caps, or heavy use of symbols like $, also increase the risk of hitting the spam folder. Consider these tips to reduce spam triggers. Write naturally and avoid clickbait. Limit the use of promotional language. Avoid misleading subject lines. Steer clear of attachments when possible. Readers trust honest, down-to-earth email content. Fewer spam words mean higher odds that newsletters and campaigns reach inboxes. Improving email subject lines and calls to action. Subject lines are the first thing people see. A good subject line is specific and tells the reader what the email is about without tricks or empty promises. Short, clear subject lines work well for both newsletters and regular communication. Calls to action, CTAs, direct the reader to what comes next, whether that's replying, clicking a link, or signing up. CTAs should stand out, use bold or color. Aim for clarity, such as reply to this email or start my free trial. Try these approaches for better results. Keep subject lines under 50 characters. Write one clear action per email. Test a few CTAs to see what people like best. Using unsubscribe links and signatures. Every email should include a visible unsubscribe link. This link lets users leave the list easily and shows respect for their choices. A working unsubscribe link also keeps campaigns in line with privacy rules. The sender's email signature should include their full name, job title, and contact information. A signature adds transparency and makes the message look professional. For regular campaigns and newsletters, Signatures help readers know who is reaching out and how to respond with questions. A clear unsubscribe link and a complete signature both make emails more trustworthy. When readers feel in control and can reach the sender, campaigns are less likely to be marked as spam. Maintaining long-term sender health. Long-term sender success depends on keeping a good reputation, tracking how recipients interact with emails, and using proven strategies for deliverability. Watching patterns and adjusting habits helps limit messages from getting flagged as spam. Monitoring spam complaints and reports. Companies need to track spam complaints and spam reports that come from recipients or mail servers. A high number of complaints often signals that users see messages as junk or irrelevant. This can hurt the sender's reputation and cause future emails to go straight to spam folders. Most email platforms share data about complaints in their dashboards. Metrics like complaint rate, the percentage of contacts who mark a message as spam, are essential to review every week. Regular checks let teams spot problems quickly before they harm deliverability. To reduce spam complaints, it helps to make it easy to unsubscribe, send only to people who have agreed to receive emails, limit the number of emails and be clear about frequency. Review feedback from recipients. Lower complaint rates show that emails are wanted and welcomed. Regularly analyzing engagement rates. Email engagement rate measures how users interact with campaigns. These rates include open rate, click rate, and replies. High engagement means users find emails interesting and useful, helping keep messages out of the spam folder. Teams should use engagement data to fine-tune their mailing lists and content. For example, removing inactive addresses, known as list cleaning, stops mail servers from thinking the sender is spamming. Segmenting lists lets marketers target the right content to the right people. It helps to study how often are emails opened, the number of clicks on links, bounce rates and reasons for bounces. By acting on this data, senders keep their reputation positive and their email deliverability strong. Adopting email best practices for consistent deliverability. Following email best practices is the key to staying out of the spam folder over time. This means crafting messages that are relevant and not too frequent. Messages should have a clear subject line, proper formatting, and easy-to-read content. Other important actions include authenticating the sending domain, making unsubscribe links visible and easy to find, avoiding spammy phrases and excessive punctuation in subject lines. If possible, use a dedicated mail server for sending bulk mail. This will keep personal and promotional emails separate, reducing the risk to the sender's health. Consistent habits and quality content help keep delivery rates high and complaints low. Conclusion: taking steps to warm up and verify email accounts helps messages reach their intended inboxes more often. By sending emails slowly at first and checking that lists contain real email addresses, the sender gains a better reputation with mail providers. Regular monitoring and careful list management also play a part in maintaining good results. These habits work together to reduce spam placement. Email warm-up and verification are simple, steady ways to build trust over time. Adopting these methods can make a big difference in how emails are received.